And good morning, everyone. umbraCoffee episode 223, and a little bit different episode because we'll start from liking, subscribing, and doing it now. Because maybe if there will be 200 likes underneath this video, Callum will magically appear here, or any other guest will magically appear here. Who knows? But no, I don't think so. Of course, I'm joking. Callum is right now enjoying the time with his team, and also high five and waves to the whole Novisel family team that is right now enjoying the Novisel camp preparations. I'm here alone today. I decided to go through the Umbraco news with you in a little bit different format to not leave you alone and to still keep you updated, because there's a lot of things happening around Umbraco sphere, and I thought that it might be good for you and for us to go over it and make sure that we are still up to date and we are not losing any umbraCoffee episodes on the way, because we're of course all busy that much that we weren't able to collect the guests and record it beforehand. Hope your week is different. Thanks for being here with us today. Let us know. Let me know how's your week and what were you doing exciting this week. And let's start from congratulations to Umbraco on winning and being awarded with a #1 position in CMS Software Open Source in Immers 100 in Dutch competition. Umbraco received 6 out of the 7 stars, and as the first open source CMS in this category. Big congrats. There were some discussions on Twitter around why 6 out of the 7, if anyone missed the 5th star on the stake. But yeah, it's a huge award, and every award is amazing. So that's why it's great to have one and being proud of Umbraco after receiving this one. Also, package award submissions were closed this week, so fingers crossed for all the package creators for receiving the awards on the CodeGarden this year. And we can dive into product update. Thanks, Runa, for sharing this amazing product update that covers a lot of the things as usual. Some new releases of Umbraco Forms and Deploy that we can talk about in a while. Patch releases for some of the software products also, and what makes the most change and most interesting update is of course upcoming release of Umbraco 9.5 that has some really nice features already bundled there after an RC period, and the target release for the stable release is May 5th. And of course, Umbraco 10. I intentionally counted down in the episode title today because it's we've been talking about it, and I saw a lot of excitement around Twitter this week. Some people were surprised that Umbraco 10 is coming, but we were mentioning it a lot in umbraCoffee previously, and yeah, it's there. It's going to be released in RC state on May 4th. And also in the public release on June 16th, so not that far away from here. So if you are not familiar with what is inside of it, what will be released, then go to and check the links that will be, of course, linked down below in the description of this video, and check out what's going to be there. Also, you can play with the nightly builds of Umbraco that are available already there. So yeah, it's nothing that can be hidden from anyone. Explore, play around, report bugs and issues in the RC phase, and just enjoy using it. Besides Umbraco, there is a lot of things happening around the cloud portal, and if I'm correct, I should have the product, the blog description here with a lot of information about specific features for being released on Umbraco Cloud portal. So if you are using Umbraco Cloud, you should already be aware of the changes and upcoming changes and some enhancements there. And I also know that the team in Umbraco and Umbraco Cloud product team is constantly listening to some requests and ideas and possible enhancements of the portal to make us and everyone else who is using it happier on various angles. Management angle of the projects out there, analytics angle, development angle, and many more. So all of these videos describes great features and great enhancements on the cloud products there. And I must say that I still plan to do a proper come back to cloud testing and seeing it on my own eyes, because it looks amazing. And I must say, for all of the people who were maybe playing around with cloud on an early phase, and now it's a completely different, not only backbone and architecture of the product, but also user and developers experience here. So yeah, check it out, and also explore what's now, next, and later, because it is happening. So yeah, that's the cloud. And also following the information about the product updates for forms and deploy, a great overview of changes from Andy, and it's again, as usual, a huge set of smaller and bigger improvements for forms and deploy. For people who are extensively using it, it's something what was sometimes really awaited, and sometimes game changers in some of the processes. Explore it on your own. And maybe let me know if for example you are using deploy and you will benefit from it, because deploy probably is less occupied here, and forms were already in the work for a while. Let me know, and let us know if this is something what you are awaiting a lot. One more big update from the blog post that we've seen is an announcement of a CMS community team, and that's something what we discussed at some phase in the umbraCoffee. And interestingly enough, Callum flagged that on the form, on the submission for to apply to the team, there is a checkbox if you heard about the community team from umbraCoffee. So be sure to check it if you really heard about the community team from our umbraCoffee streams, because we'll ask Umbraco for the analytics data, and we'll see how influential we are amongst the community. Definitely something new, a team that is going to be built around the CMS functionalities. And of course, as any other Umbraco community teams, it's just a facilitated group of people that are helping to bridge the communication between Umbraco HQ and community. It's not only the community team that is doing the work around the CMS. That's something what I spotted on Twitter somewhere during the week. It's a bridge in my understanding, and also from the experience with the previous teams, and also kind of insurance that something is progressing both ways, from the community into the HQ and from the HQ to the community. So it's always good to see something like this happening. And for every other teams, probably maybe HQ and community team members can confirm, it was doing an amazing job, and also outcome of the community team works were always visible. So here, Lasse and Soren will facilitate the team, and right now the team is being formed, so everyone can apply until May 10th. Be sure, if it's something what interests you, if you want to feel involved in the community and HQ work around the CMS itself, to apply and convince Umbraco to the same feeling, because that's what Umbraco expects us from doing. So this is the one of the call to actions from this episodes and today's episodes. Be sure to apply if you feel like it's something for you. Diving into community releases and starting from a big one, using 9.4 first boot and site seed, as Kevin named it, a big release with two big areas that are that has been expanded around the using product. For all of these, I don't know if there is still someone who don't know using product and using itself, but for all of the using users, there is two new ways of working with using. One of them is called First Boot. It requires using 9.4, and it's designed to get you up and going with an Umbraco site easily and with minimal interaction. So instead of naked screen of no document types, no node screen, the using first boot replaces the screen and allows to import using files, for example, and do something as an automated action with the first boot of empty Umbraco environment installation. I still need to explore more about it, and Kevin, of course, did a great job of documenting it up front. We can set it up, configure it in our Umbraco installation, and adjust it for our processes and our development and releasing processes as well. And yeah, we can do the automated installs and first boots. That's very, very interesting, especially for some people who wanted to automate this process. And I believe that some drivers from Kevin's perspective here were also around that, to set up the new environments with unintended maybe installation and some configuration of the users. Amazing stuff and amazing things to have present in the using product spectrum. Another thing is a site seed, a part of the using complete, and here it's cousin of using complete and first boot, something that allows us to see a new site with the concrete settings, content, and media files from any existing site. So something like, okay, set me up the staging environment and pull everything from the production environment there. Something what I dreamed about a lot, and I'm sure most of you and many of you thought about, and it was always a challenging process for all of us developers and product owners and participants, because database wise, content wise, relation wise, it was always a tricky part. But of course, Umbraco deploy and using complete already address these issues and challenges, and right now we can do something what is called seed from specific environment. And if we have a connection between environments, we can already do a seed, so pulling things from the specific environments, and I can pull my neighbor right now and thank him for drilling at the moment when I'm recording this live stream. Yeah, so first boot and site seed are the new extensions of the using complete and using family of the products. And big kudos, and as usual, big high five rock to Kevin for, first of all, developing it, second, documenting it and making us aware that things like that are happening, are possible, and third, for just making us enabled to do things like this. So yeah, explore, play around with it, and I'm sure that we will all benefit from things like this in our daily work. Second set of updates is coming from Limbo and ex Skybrad Anders team and product pack. First of all, is a custom version of Models Builder, Limbo Umbraco Models Builder, that is right now in the beta 007 version. We've added support for nested value types, logic for deleting existing files, and also updated essentials dependency that we were talking about last week. I must say I haven't played with this custom version of the Models Builder, but by a look at it, it has a lot of exciting stuff. And right now we can see and we can also confirm that it's getting constant updates and enhancements. So everyone who is looking for something more from the Models Builder that is bundled within Umbraco and misses the back in the days custom version of Models Builder extensions, it's here. It's for us to be used, and there's a lot of interesting use cases already described here. So be sure to check it out. And second update from Anders is for redirects package. It's version 3.03 for version 9, and it has a new get outbound redirect extension method that is being added to the code base for iPublish content. So everyone and the whole product can benefit from this new extension, and we don't need to introduce the product, and it just speaks for itself. So check out and of course update if you want to if you want to use it and see on your own if it's something what you can use for yourself. Another 0.3 release is from Uskin team, and the site builder received a new version update, version 2.0.3, with some enhancements, fixes, and some general new improvements in this release notes. So check it out, and all of the Uskin fans can benefit from installing this new version for version 9, of course. It's worth to mention. The next one is from Callum. So Callum, I hope you enjoyed the time with your team. And it's Umbraco routing extension update. Version 1.2 brings, as Callum stated here in the release notes, even more power for your custom routing. New map surface route extension with custom routes for surface controller to be mapped, similar to Umbraco's one. But yeah, it's generally everyone who wanted to introduce the custom routing. Callum already bundled a lot of extension methods and helpful enhancements for this process to be established across the solutions. And now it has even more. XPath Roof Handler has also been introduced, something what a lot of people discussed about, and I heard a lot of discussions about it on the recent meetups and also community events. So it is here, and I believe a lot of more interesting things can be bundled within these extensions. And I still have planned to kind of compare what's there with our custom teams' experiences with custom routing. So yeah, be sure to also do the same and contribute back if there is anything what you think it can be done around the custom routing inside of the Umbraco. So this is a pure and solid releases. And something else that Lee released this week is called a Polyfill for Umbraco packages. And following this blog post, there is a GitHub repo released with a Polyfills for Umbraco packages that can fill the gap of things that are maybe not fully compatible with the most recent versions. And yeah, Lee shared it, of course, based on his experiences with Contentment package and everything what he has done for it. So right now, everyone who will struggle with the same things and same issues can benefit from it and just apply this Polyfill and also enhance it maybe with some custom experiences and custom enhancements for the packages that will be targeting two versions of Umbraco, V8 and V9, and onwards, of course, because there is a lot of things that will be introduced in the future. And thanks, Lee, for sharing it. And again, this blog post describes the motivation and the whys and hows, and also links to the repo and NuGet repository where we can install it and benefit from it. And also, it's not feature complete yet. And yeah, Lee is looking for some contributions and help. So I'm sure there's a lot of people who are struggling with the similar things, and all the package creators who already submitted their packages to the awards this year. Please help Lee and help us all as a community to fill the gaps and build this amazing Polyfill community Polyfill for the package creators. So yeah, kudos for sharing it, Lee. And other great package creator is constantly teasing us with new enhancements for the construct package that is going to be released soon. New filterable options for package, a lot of definition of it, a lot of excitement on the community level. And I think it's worth to mention that Matt was also looking for some beta testers of the construct product itself. So if you want to explore a new package that Matt is building, please reach out to Matt directly. Here's the tweet to help him with validation, testing, and generally enhancing of the product. And if you haven't seen Construct and what it can do already, be sure to check it out as well, because it's enough to follow Matt on Twitter and set up notifications for his tweets, because there is a lot of things happening, a lot of community discussions and involvement with some ideations and features and general enhancements. And I'm already sure that this product will just rule and make sure and make us all and extend Umbraco in the many crazy custom ways. And I just can't wait for seeing more of the custom implementations of it in the future. So yeah, thanks Matt for sharing it, and everyone who wants to test it out and maybe come up with some new features requests, maybe new enhancements for the product itself, reach out to Matt directly and help him doing it. Event-wise, yesterday there was of course, Umbraco Lab on Discord, but Paul is also announced Umbraco Long online event that is happening next week on May 3rd. Second session, generally no talks at this meetup, getting together to work on our assigned projects, blogs, packages, and of course exchanging the knowledge and ideas across the community. I know that previous edition was very very cool, and people really enjoyed just spending time together and hacking things around. So no particular agenda, no particular format. It's more about a very nice meetup, online meetup, of course, with the people who wants to just do something together around Umbraco, and Paul is facilitating it. And it's called Umbraco Long. So sign up here on the meetup.com. Link will be, of course, in the video description. And the second event to be mentioned, of course, is CodeGarden, that is constantly approaching. I don't want to open the Is It CodeGarden website yet, because it's still not CodeGarden yet. But we are now after the initial discounted series of tickets sales. A lot of people shared their excitement on Twitter, and I already can't wait to see all of you also in person. All of the people who signed up for the in-person event participation. It's great to see so many people being excited. But we always say the same things, that Umbraco CodeGarden is not only for developers anymore, and probably it has never been, because there was a lot of knowledge flying around the development and using Umbraco. And here Umbraco released a blog post titled "Let's Talk Business" at CodeGarden 2022, and described some of the people and speakers that will do some talks around not only DXP but generally around the business built on top of the Umbraco. One of the speakers is Thomas, a CTO and partner from Pentia, Christian from Uniform, well known for many of us, Paul Marden from Carbon 6, and Steve and Matt, that were also described in this blog post. They will be all talking in the business business track. So right now we have a lot more arguments to convince people that are not only developers to maybe consider coming to CodeGarden, or at least joining the event virtually and listening the tracks, maybe not purely focused on enhancing Umbraco from the development perspective, but maybe utilizing Umbraco on the level of business and solution wise. So yeah, great to see this, and great to see some insights into the talks that were listed already on the agenda, but now we can know more and prepare for them up front. And three more things to announce before I will wrap up. One is the Umbraco Awards submissions. So another thing related to CodeGarden are getting ends at May 15th. So not that far away from now, and it's a reminder for all of us to combine our submissions and submit them before the deadline, and we will of course remind about it next week as well, and before the deadline itself. But yeah, if you haven't combined anything yet and you want to still submit your submission for Umbraco Award, do it and start doing it at least before, because the deadline is approaching. And two more things from Owen at the end. One of them is a blog post about TinyMCA formatting for Umbraco v9. So again, formatting something what we were familiar with in the previous Umbraco versions, and now how to do it in the version 9 with the new configuration, new app settings, JSON file. For all of us and all of you who might not be familiar with it yet, great small chunk of knowledge dropped here by Owen, and yeah, we can all benefit from it. Thanks Owen for sharing it. And last but not least, Owen wants to kick off the new series of blogs on his community corner. And the theme would be introducing new developers to Umbraco community. And I hope we all know how hard it is to start doing something, and how hard it is to maybe dive into a community like even Umbraco's community. So if you know any developer who's looking to get involved more with Umbraco and community, just drop the DM to Owen and help him to kick off this new series of blogs out there. And that's all what I have collected for this week's episode. Thanks for joining me today. And I need to check how many likes we received to finally let Callum in to this episode, but I can't see if it's already 200, probably not. So yeah, maybe next week. Thanks for joining. I hope you found a value in this short wrap up and walk through the news of inside of Umbraco community this week. And yeah, as usual, see each other on the next Friday. Thanks for being here with me today. Like, subscribe, share, etc. And enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of the weekend.